Hello and welcome to the Fishing Guide podcast. We're talking about all the things we've been adding on and gadgets and stuff we've been buying. So this is our buy-in one. This is where I need to save this for Black Friday.
Exactly.
Like the week before Black Friday.
Right.
Oh, you know what? I'll run that on that one. So you'll be able to spew all the good new stuff you got, and I'll spew all the new stuff I got. Yeah. And I should run out and get. He was just talking about my boots. I got me a pair of Irish Setter boots. They're super nice, and I got brand new. Val Trek, I think, is the model that I just got, and they're waterproof.
It's called what?
Val Trek.
Okay.
And they are sweet, like extra wide, and that's my foot's big and wide, so I like a boot like that, and that's what this one is too.
They are a good boot. I like them.
So they're waterproof, and they're going to be good all the way through the season. But we'll just start with you and what you got brand new, and that's those power brakes.
There you go. Yeah,
we'll just go. We'll just bite the bullet and go with the most expensive thing you bought.
Did that. They are a little bit more pricier, but I got the ones that attaches to the my power poles.
Right.
So I took the paddles off.
Right.
And attached them to the power poles.
Oh.
And
nice.
They got they have a really nice bracket system for them. They're very durable. But if you did hit something like a stump or a tree limb or whatever, and you uncover, the bolt will break away, and you just kick it back. And all you gotta do is just go back there and bring her back,
lift it up,
put a bolt and put a bolt and a nut back on it, a little wing nut, and you're going again.
I guess you don't have to lift yours up because you got yours on power pole.
Right. That's what you got lifted up to be able to get to the deal.
I mean, you're doing it electronically.
Yes, sir.
Or through power.
Push button.
Yeah, push button. So I looked at the ones. Yeah. I looked at the ones that they have that aren't, that are just standalone.
And also on my power brakes, I went with the 40s.
Right.
Instead of the 30s.
And he's talking about the amount of thrust on the power for each one. Explain to him how they're set up.
You can get a 30-pound thrust tow motor on the pole on your brakes, or you can get a 40. The 40s are a little bit more expensive. Right. But I mean, I have a 24-foot boat, so
you have a vessel.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have a boat. You have a vessel. Yeah. And
it's
now
not
it's
the battleship no more because I got a wrap on it. So
yes.
But anyways, I went with those, and I've had it out a couple times using them, and of course they attach them to your cranking battery. And I was just thinking, well, how much is this really gonna pull?
Right.
They pull very little. I mean, between running your motor and I mean, I'm running 4 graphs,
right?
Live scope, belch pumps, aerators, and power poles now, crappie poles, I mean. And not an issue. I got home and looked at the Bluetooth, and I was at 87%.
You still have that Miller Tech? You still got that 135?
Yep.
12 volt?
Yes, sir. And but it's I got that, but I've also went with so I got 2 pedals,
right,
for the crappie brakes.
Power brakes.
One will stop me. And of course pull me back. Right. And I can hit the other one, and I can bump the other one, and it'll push me forward.
Right.
So I can actually, once I target a crappie or whatever on live scope, once I get it targeted and get it in there, I can leave my foot control on my tow motor alone, and I can totally control the boat with the front and the back.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty sweet. They are the more expensive in line of versus some of the other companies, but so far I'm very happy with what I did and what I spent on them.
Yeah. You did the install yourself?
No, actually,
I thought you were going to throw a plug in for yourself.
well, I did part of it. I guess
Okay.
I helped.
All right.
I took and went over Joey Cook,
Yep.
the transducer doctor.
Yep. Shout out to Joey Cook.
Joey Cook,
Joey?
great guy. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's an awesome guy. Of course, I've been dealings with him on transducers for a long time, and
Right.
I contacted him, and he just said, "Well, when you're ready, just let me know." He's also a distributor for them, Crappie Brakes,
Uh-huh.
and so rather than me ordering them and getting them in and everything, I just got everything through him. And I said, well, if we're going to do that, I'll just come over there and I'll help you, and we'll just put these on ourselves.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do that too, so as I knew how the
to
switches
install
all
them.
work. That
Right.
way, if somebody that I know does get one, I can
Right.
install them. They're pretty simple, really, for most part. Now his has got the relay.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people aren't putting the relay switches on them, but they're also burning up Bigfoots too.
Right.
So
Yeah, you always hear at some of the tournaments, people are asking for, you got
asking-
one of those hot foots?
everybody wanting a Bigfoot, Hotfoot or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's but I so far I've been very impressed with them, and they're very quality made, and that's Crappie Brakes over in Oklahoma.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So, and then you went, and beyond that, you also wrapped your boat. Who wrapped your boat?
Bobby Garland,
Yeah.
Bobby Garland fully did that, and very thankful to that. So it's got the original baby shad on the back part of it,
Right.
and then the Bobby Garland logo in the middle, and then Bandit up toward the front.
Oh,
So,
all right.
Bandit crankbait.
What company did the wrap on that? Was it a
Actually,
local one?
Yes,
it was.
NGL, which is the Archie Appeal Company in Rogers,
Yeah.
and they did an awesome job on it. They
Oh,
really,
all right.
really did.
Yeah.
And they done it. They did it in one day.
Really?
It was they got all the graphics for me, and they did a great job.
Mm.
So
And then you also got one of those brand new B&M
ambush poles,
rods.
Yeah. I haven't had much chance to put used to it yet, but I'm
Tell us about
fixing
that
to.
rod.
well. It extends out to it's a modern day cane pole.
Right?
Yeah, basically. It extends out to 24 feet, I believe it is, but it's a carbon light rod now,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't stick. So if you have it extended out all the way, for an example, and you stick a fish, you don't reel in. You just push in a section and push in a section, choke up on it, and lift your fish in. So
Right.
it's kind of interesting. So I'm anxious to get out and try it.
And it's a new one because I have one of the old
Yeah,
little
the mighty
mighty, little mighties.
Mighty Sticks is the old one, and this one is
This is the new.
yeah, they retail at right around $150, I think.
Yeah.
But they're super light, and they don't stick.
Right.
The Mighty kind of sticks. You can't push it in as
Yeah.
easy. So
They changed the design on it, made it better and what it was, and so that's always good. What else you hiding in your boat that people might want to go and buy on this before the holidays?
I do keep this on board all the time.
Yeah.
Which is made. I get it through Mad Fishing. It's
Right.
a graph cleaner. They're in Foreman, Arkansas, which is down by Texarkana.
Good little stocking stuffer.
Yeah, that'd be great for that.
something.
It comes with the fiber towel, and the cleaner. It doesn't have any ammonia in it or anything. It doesn't streak. It cleans really well. Actually, I use it for more than just my graphs.
Right.
I clean my mirrors on my truck with it, and sunglasses to whatever I need.
And actually, Mad Fishing has a bunch of other products, everything from braided
have
fishing line to the
and
button.
they have a really nice reel designed for braid. I mean, you can use the other lines on it as well, but it's not super expensive. It's a really nice reel, but in the center of the spool, there's a little groove like deal where it kind of takes a hold of your braid, keeps it from spinning.
Right.
A lot of times when you try to spool up braid, it'll
yeah.
spin on you. So you do that, and it does that.
I
They
forgot.
got the scissors.
Right.
They got
Kind of
this.
good little stocking stuffers. It's probably all under $15.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
small stuff that they have.
Exactly. They have the button. It's up
Yeah.
25 or so, something like that.
Is that what that is?
I think so on the button. But, the button is amazing on the button is a lot of people are even getting those not just for fishing purposes. They're getting them and they'll have like two kids playing sports and because you can do 2 or 3 things with it. You can count as a counter, and you can count somebody else's fish, or you can count all the fish and the total limit and whatever. So they keep up with hits and runs and.
I'm not that
like
smart with that.
Yeah,
so
I'm not
I just
either,
count my fish, count to 15. That's all I need to do.
I was at some friend of mine. Their son was playing ball, and they're here about a month or so ago, and I went with them to watch the ball game. And I'm looking over at that lady, and she's a hit.
Clicking.
I thought, man, that looks like a button. I walked over there, and I said, "Are you using the button?" And she's like, "Huh?" I said, "The button." And she's like, "Oh, my orange counter?" I said, yeah, it's called the button. So anyway, that's what she was using.
And we talked about rods, and we completely overlooked the new John Godwin rod that's coming out, his casting rod.
Yeah.
He's got that new rod coming out, and
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I saw it at ICAST.
Okay.
And I think that they actually started shipping those at the end of October.
What's the length on it?
I think it's 7 foot or 7'2", somewhere around in there. So, but it's got what like you're kind of looking for is that a little softer tip.
So it's a little softer than the anniversary,
the white rod. 75th anniversary rod. So you'll be able to cast those lighter jigs.
Okay.
You get those 1/32 ounce, 1/16 ounce. That rod's going to flat out cast it. So I know I've done a couple articles with John and interviewed him and talked with him, and then we did a video at ICAST with him talking about the rod. And so if you I assume it's in that same price area.
I've seen a little bit on it the other day, but I did not pay that close attention to the price range.
But the price is right in line with the anniversary, so don't forget that part.
And if you're going to the Grizzly Jig Show, it'll be there, I'm sure.
Yeah, there'll be a semi truck full of them probably.
I'm sure.
At least they better have, because
I know when we were there, I was
there
the first time last year, and it's quite amazing how many people comes through there.
So how about if they wanted to buy some lithium batteries? We could talk about those a little bit too, because I
use Militech, M-Tech,
and they can go through you, and
yes,
if you have questions, you can answer.
I've got a code, discount code, 15%.
Oh yeah.
So you can get 15%, and using the code, and it's free shipping and no tax. Wow. So if you got a $900, $1,100 battery, that's how much it is, and less the discount, and then free shipping and free tax. It takes about 4 days for them to get them to you from Ohio.
How about, you got something else? Don't you have some jig heads or something from Bobby Garland?
Bobby Garland does have some new turn R's and brush
R's too, isn't it?
Brush
they just just put an R on the other thing. Yeah. You're probably lucky they don't put your name in there, Greg Robinson R. Put an R on the end of Robinson.
Now, one of them is I think it's the brushy one. It's got a little thin weed guard, and they've changed the barb on it a little bit. It's more the ribbed
Right.
type when you go on them. And then they have the other one, the Turn R. It's at the eye, where the eyes are on the jig head. It's like the old Moglo jig head,
Right.
but it's got a little wire going all the way through with a spinner, a willow leaf spinner
On both
on
sides.
both sides of the
Yeah.
jig head.
Seen that.
And that is just hitting the market. We got texts just this week
Yeah.
about
So
that. It's coming out on the LureNet web page and stuff, and it's starting to be available.
Yeah, we're in the first week
And,
of November, which a lot of people be buying some stuff.
Yeah, we've got Christmas coming.
Christmas coming.
stuff.
How about if someone was interested in some hair jigs? Because it's hard to find hair people that have hair jigs unless you're on their Facebook page.
Exactly. Ruben Flores is who I use. Does a great job. They're all hand tied, and he is going back to. He quit doing custom orders there for a while.
Yeah.
But he is starting to do some more custom orders again, beyond his normal stock.
Right.
And does a great job, hand-tied, and you can use Greg 10 and get a 10% discount.
Look at you. You're just throwing out those discount codes right and left.
Yeah. Greg 10 should get you
all right.
And if 10% discount.
If hair jigs are your deal and you want them, you can also get Hoagie Baits got some hair jigs. We ran into them at the hashtag 2024 LOZ Fish Camp that we just did.
Yeah.
And he was there. They had a fly tying competition. So Mark was there, and then also Val with Thumper Jigs. Mm-hmm. And so that also rolls us right into PICO Lures. Of course, PICO Lures has some hair jigs. Yep, bunny butts. So you can find them online at PICOLures.com. And we'll just run with Tackle Time being the fact.
And also, Bobby Garland has added some new colors to the itty bit.
Yeah.
And itty bit,
just
slab hunter, and something else. Oh, the Romar, minnow-looking baits.
Look at that. We got all kinds of baits. That's good. They make good stocking stuffers anyway.
Yeah.
So buy them while you can before they run out of the good colors. Hey, that takes us Tackle Time sponsored by PICO Lures. PICO Lures has a complete line of hard and soft baits. They got crankbaits. They got everything that you need for whether you're crappie fishing or bass fishing or walleye fishing, you name it. Whatever game fish are out there, they got one that's you can do. Find them online at www.picolures.com. If they want to find out, Greg, some more, or if they got questions about some of the products that you talked about, and they wanted to get in contact with you, where do they go?
Facebook, Greg's Guide Service, or just Greg Robinson, or you can call me at 479-601-1683.
There you go. There you have it. Like I always like to say, make sure you keep your hook sharp and your lures in the water. Yeah.